you understand.
Hey everybody, I'm Tony Jones, and welcome to the Tony Jones Show.
It's not enough. People are willing to take the risk. It's sort of a herd mentality, a lemming-like mentality. If you don't go with the flow, you're anti-American and therefore a suspect.
The Tony Jones Show, featuring punk, rockabilly, psychobilly, and Providence, Rhode Island's finest, starts right now.
He's a dangerous militia member, I hear. Oh, and there she blows.
friends, the time for mediocrity and broadcasting is over. My name is Tony Jones, and you are tuned in to the Tony Jones Show, your destination for talk and rock. Online at TonyJones.org, Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show, and on the almighty Twitter at Tony Jones in RI. Of course, I humbly ask you to go to rifreeradio.org for all your web entertainment needs. We will have some of the best local music on tap for you between now and the top of the hour. And unfortunately, I have to get to some sad news. One of my favorite wrestlers when I was a kid, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, has just passed away at the age of 73. Of course, the first guy to jump off the top of the steel cage. He really was a Superfly back in the day. I mean, that guy did some of the most heart-pounding moves, really affecting a young Tony Jones as a wrestling fan. So we send a big rest in peace to Jimmy Superfly Snuka. If you go to Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show, some friends of ours on a different channel recently did an interview with Mr. Snuka. So I just posted that up at Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show, which has about 12,000 likes. So I want to take a second to thank you all for checking us out on Facebook and keeping up with the program there. Almost going on 12,100 likes at Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. So check that out as you think of Mr. Snuka if you're an old school wrestling fan. So we will go from the sad to the happy because we want to wish a happy birthday to Lisa from Beyond Blonde. Today is her birthday. So we're going to play some Beyond Blonde up next for you right here on the Tony Jones Show. Here's Baron My Bones.
Selfish bitch, strong and to the point. I don't think before I speak, telling all my thoughts. Well, I can be confused, no, I can't always tell. I can be insecure, impatient as all hell. I contradict, I'm unaware, sometimes I lie. Always get the job done, baby, every single time. Most times, sometimes I'm depressed. Just like everybody, I only want the best. Surrounded by stupidity, well, that's hard to take. Turning on my Bible, that's how I escape. I contradict, I'm unaware, but sometimes out of line. Always get the job done, baby, every single time. My bones, yeah. Bury my bones, don't you know? Bury my bones, my soul. Well, I'm burying my bones, let me tell you now. I used to smoke cigarettes, I gave them up last night. I can't do the drugs, no, but the alcohol's alright. I like my life the way it is. Corners and turns. Thought I'd let you in on corners left unturned. I contradict, I'm unaware, sometimes out of line. Always get the job done, baby, every single time, yeah. Bury my bones, yeah. Well, I can be comical, crazy, and a flirt. But I've never crossed the line, no, that just wouldn't work. I wrote this song to keep it light, down on country flair. To bear my bones for all to see, if anyone should care. I contradict, I'm unaware, sometimes out of line. Always get the job done, baby, every single
Baron My Bones, the name of that one, a little beyond blonde right here on the Tony Jones Show. A big happy birthday to Lisa from Beyond Blonde. And up next, we're going to have a double shot of Most Dangerous Men Alive, who will be making their return to the stage this upcoming Friday at Alchemy. They'll be playing with a band called Bumpin' Uglies. What a fantastic name for a band. They'll also be playing with Sergeant Baker and the Clones. And I'll tell you a little bit about Alchemy after this double shot of Most Dangerous Men Alive, because that's where I spent last night, and it brought back a ton of memories because I religiously hung out on Richmond Street and Jerky's and Club Hell back in the day. And, well, as I'm sure anybody who's listened to me for any length of time knows, that I used to be a wee bit of a wild man back in the day. So I want to tell you about a story that took place at Jerky's all those years ago. I also have to send a big shout out to Lenny, known as Lenny the Loon, when he co-hosts the Chuckles Crypt Show. He is tuning in luxurious, scenic West Warwick, Rhode Island. Big shout out to Lenny as we go into a double shot of Most Dangerous Men Alive, starting out with Till My Heart's Content right here on the Tony Jones Show.
It's been a while since I've seen the folks. Now my life's full of cigarettes and dirty jokes. I got 9 words on the tip of my tongue. I got 9 lives and the scope of a gun. Oh, I'm a nice about I have passed it. I got a real sweet girl running through my head. I feel hotter than I knew I should. I miss my baby, but she treats me good. I got no brothers, but I wish I got about a half rosy and a pillow pad so I can smoke it out and watch it burn away. When I flashlight on till it's gone and fade. Oh my God, I waited for somebody else to tell me till my heart's content. But all they do is build me up and now I'm spent. We got a problem on our hands tonight. Cause all I do is drink it till I stop fighting. Couldn't hold me down, but put you to it now. I cry myself an ocean down, I'm swimming down. Yeah. Thank God I just lost my sense of smell. Cause everybody's been feeding me the same old shit. I don't y'all get out on my breast, think something wrong. But can you blame me after everything that I had done for you? And after all you put me through, and na-na-na-na. Oh, my life, I waited for somebody else to kill me till my heart's content. But all they do is build me up and now I'm spending. Got a problem on our hands tonight. Cause all I do is drink it till I start a fight. You couldn't have me ever put you to it now. I cry myself an ocean, now I'm swimming in the love. Yeah. Staring at the photographs reminds me that I sometimes get a little too excited. Well, maybe I'm retarded, but I see that now. And I can't change, but I don't want to. So burn all my pictures, 'cause I already did. Take a seat and pour yourself a glass and fix your problems, but don't fix mine. I'm sorry they were ever yours. You told me I needed some help. Well, I found a Bible on the shelf. It's halfway gone and I still can't find the answer, but what was the question anyway? Oh, you told me I should go to hell. Well, I'm halfway there and I'm never looking back. Well, honey, that's not your problem. I'm not your problem anymore. Your problem anymore.
Catching down
Anchor, the name of that one, coming out of some Nymphidels right here on the Tony Jones Show. Big shout out to them as always. One of my favorite local bands. Got to play with them last night at Alchemy, and of course they were here in studio with us last week, both for the Tony Jones Show and for My Night Out Radio. And they were kind enough to be my guinea pigs for what I'm hoping is going to become a regular thing, as that is the Tony Jones Show equivalent of NPR's Tiny Desk concerts for any bands that come through here with us. We're going to try to shoot a little live video of some acoustic music with them because, you know, I fully understand that there's folks who love to listen to the full show. They want to get the full experience. They want the long format. But there's also folks that they want to hear a little and see a little, and we're happy to provide that. Before that, we had a double shot of Most Dangerous Men Alive, Till My Heart's Content, and Not Your Problem. A double shot of Most Dangerous Men Alive in celebration of the fact that they'll be making their way to the live music stage at Alchemy on Friday, January 20th. If you can, go down there and check that out. Alchemy, just a fantastic venue, which, if I'm not mistaken, they actually broke the news of that purchase of that venue here on Rhode Island Free Radio on My Night Out Radio. And last night was my first chance to check it out, and they really fixed up the place. Fantastic staff. Just a great establishment, and it brought back a lot of memories for me because I hung out there quite a bit when it was Jerky's and when it was Providence Social Club and downstairs at Club Hell. Now, as I mentioned before, and by the way, we liked the place so much that George Garner and I actually took out some upcoming dates. So if you're in a local band, not only can you go to tonyjones.org and click on the contact page, or rifreeradio.org and click on the contact page to get us your music or be here in studio for an appearance and a Facebook Live, but also we're going to have some dates to fill down at Alchemy. So if you're looking to play out, be sure to drop us a line. That's how much we enjoyed Alchemy. But as I mentioned earlier, and if you've been listening to me for any length of time, I used to be a wee bit, I know this may be hard to believe, DJ Psycho Eddie, I used to be a wee bit of a wild man back in the day.
You know, I find that very hard to believe.
So, and actually, this isn't even due to my wild man nature. I was actually sick, and I was playing on stage, playing drums, sitting down at the time. It was a really hot night up at Jerky's, so all the windows were open. So the stage was against the glass and against the windows, and, you know, second floor up, I should mention, and Richmond Street was below. And so I was sitting on a drum stool, and I was kind of right up against the window. We had a big 5-piece band at the time, so I was pushed all the way back. And as the set goes on, I'm starting to feel more and more nauseous, more and more gross. But I'm making it happen. I'm getting there, playing the drums. All of a sudden, I got to throw up. Now I'm thinking, do I try to just stop mid-set, run across Jerky's, try to make it to the bathroom and throw up, risking puking in the middle of this room? And it was a fairly busy night, so there were people all over the place, a crowded club. So I instead decided to turn my head and puke out the second-story window onto Richmond Street below. Luckily, nobody was down there. But, yeah, I barfed out the window and continued the set and finished the set. Actually, two of my bandmates, their backs were turned, of course, facing forward. They didn't even know I was back there puking out the window. And but one guy did notice, and he, you want to stop? No, I'm good now. You know how you get one of those illnesses where after you throw up, you feel like $1 million, and that was the case. As soon as I puked, I had a drink of water, and I was ready to go for the rest of the night. But yeah, I unfortunately puked out the second-story window at Jerky's way back in the day.
Now, having gone out with you platonically, just to clarify,
we don't want to get added to any groups.
Exactly. Having associated with you outside of the business aspect, I can actually honestly say this. I also have had a touch of the brown bottle flu. I have on occasion gotten sick, but fortunately for me, I can put on, I don't know, Freebird or something that's 13 minutes long, and puke, get a sandwich, do what I could go take a nap if I wanted to, and go back, and no one would know the difference.
When I was a live DJ and when I was an over-the-air radio DJ, I always had Rock Lobster on cue. It's about 6 minutes long, so if you got to take a leak, if you got to go get a cup of coffee, pop on Rock Lobster, you got a good 6 minutes to hang out.
Well, when I first started DJing, I know Big Shock. I was at the strip club, and I always had to have Freebird, the 13-minute version of Freebird, because during the day I was also the bouncer at said gentleman's establishment. Right. So it was kind of a joke that when Freebird came on, either I was sick or someone was in deep trouble.
And you have 13 minutes to get this lowlife out of the club.
Exactly. It never took that long, and I always got back well before the end of the song. So, but yeah, that's like DJ 101. Always have a backup plan, never let it go quiet, and that's how you do it. But as far as puking out a second-floor window, that's a new one for me.
Now, unfortunately, DJ Psycho Eddie wasn't at my show. He was part of an absolutely huge show that happened at FET last night. And if you go to facebook.com/RIFreeRadio or facebook.com/Tony Jones Show, we actually shared some videos that DJ Psycho Eddie shot. Looked like a huge crowd last night for you up at FET.
Oh, easily 500-600 people came through the door. Upwards, I would even say venture going closer to 600 people came through the door. Orgy, Powerman 5000, Knee High Fox, Death Valley High, Sorrow Seed, just a whole bunch of really good local and national acts came through. I was DJing the main room, and I know for a fact that a lesser man would wither and die if he tried to keep up with me. I know this because I now have a nephew who's a roadie, and he helps me out. I'm going to call him out by name, James. He plays rugby for University of Maine in Bangor, and halfway through the day, he's looking at me like, how do you do this?
And that turnout is despite the fact that there was a football game going on. Now, if you're not from New England, you might not know that football in New England is like church. It's like secular religion. And the sports bars, as I came out of Providence, were absolutely hopping last night, but some of the more artistic clubs were a little quiet. That didn't seem to affect what was happening at FET.
Well, it didn't. The people who are diehard football fans that were going to the sports pubs anyways went.
Yeah.
The people that kind of on the fence, I like the music, I like the football, they actually have 5 big screen TVs, whatever you want to call them, LCD screens, big ass screens. They had 5 of them with the game on.
Wow.
So unfortunately and unfortunately, one of them was directly in front of the DJ booth. So when people are staring, and I think they're staring at me because the screen is literally line of sight directly in front of me, people are pointing, screaming, "F you! You suck!" I'm like, I gotta hop out of the booth and kick.
I'm just
some.
playing Freebird.
I'm ready to hop out of the booth and kick. Then it dawned on me halfway through me getting ready to run down the stairs and whoop some butt. Oh, that's right. There's a TV in front of me.
We're gonna head back down to the music now. One of my favorite bands on tap for you, and actually will be off the air in 2 weeks' time because Tony Jones and the Cretin 3 are playing a matinee up at the Midway Cafe with the Nymphidels, who we just played, and this next band, he is the incomparable Jonee Earthquake. The name of this track is I Feared for My Life. You heard it here on The Tony Jones Show.
You said to me I'm nothing much. I'm nothing much. You said to me you're leaving. You said to me I'm nothing much. These warm summer nights, I stared up at the sky. Stars shine like diamonds, lose my candlelight. The streetlights spell your name, like the billboards in LA. Fleeting moments pass and it's gone forever. And the wind will whisper love songs in my ear and I'll sing. Goes by these lines, go out fast, stretch out long. I can't think of anything. So tired from all of these mile street signs fade. I can't think of anything. The leather's so cold when you're all alone. I've counted the hours till I went back home. And I see you sitting there with a radiant stare. Feels I've been gone forever. And the wind will whisper love songs in my ear and I'll sing. Goes by these lines, go by fast and stretch out long. I can't think of anything. So tired from all of these miles the street signs fade. I can't think of anything.
Coming out of a double shot of Mikey Saint right here on the Tony Jones Show. We heard him plugged in and we heard him unplugged. Unplugged right there with The Drive. Then before that, She's Leavin'. And then last time we chatted, I brought you into a little Johnny Earthquake. I have the pleasure of playing with Johnny Earthquake on the 29th up at Midway Cafe. We haven't been out that way in a while, so if you're tuning in and you're from the Boston area, hope you can check us out. It is a matinee show, 4 to 8 p.m., which I'm very happy about because that night also happens to be the night of the Royal Rumble, which is one of my favorite, probably might be my favorite wrestling pay-per-views of the year. So as soon as that last band finishes up on the stage, the second they hit their last note, I'll be in the car and I'll be slamming my gas to get back to Rhode Island so I can check out a little Royal Rumble. Not only is our good friend Mr. Lenny the Loon listening in, but Joe, a.k.a. Slappy the Clown, he's tuning in. They're tuning in from West Warwick. I want to thank you guys for checking in with me. Of course, Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. On Twitter at Tony Jones in RI. I do check out the social media accounts throughout the broadcast. And, of course, be sure to go to TonyJones.org. Click on the contact page. We are a mere 40 days away from Terracon, which is going to be February 25th and 26th in Providence, Rhode Island. Go to theterracon.com. It's a horror, paranormal, psychic, rock, and wrestling convention. This is the second Terracon, but they skipped a year, so I actually didn't make it out to the first year, and I'm really looking forward to checking that out. Of course, we'll be covering that throughout the weekend. Be sure to swing by our table, and as always, we'll have some freebies for you. We'll have free stickers. I'm trying to get some Tony Jones and the Cretin 3 merchandise up for that. So be sure to stop by our page and if stop by our table. And if all else fails, chances are we'll have the free candy bowl. Now, there's just something so wrong about a 7-foot dude, and chances are a guy dressed as a clown asking if you'd like some candy. But there will be free candy available at our booth at Terracon. Yes, at Comic-Con. DJ Psycho Eddie, how many times did we say, would you like some candy, little girl?
You know, that's a running joke. You know, people have filmed me doing that. I grab the candy bowl, get that really twisted look about myself, and I actually tell them this is going to be the creepiest thing you're going to see all weekend long. And this is coming from a place where you see Harley Quinns that should never be dressed as Harley Quinn, or Captain Sweatpants, and here I am, the 400-pound clown with a bowl of candy. Would you like candy, little girl?
Now, that was before the big clown thing of 2016, the big controversy. But where else can a clown ask if you'd like some candy and not get in trouble other than Comic-Con, Terracon, and maybe a few other places? But, if you did that in your daily routine, chances are you'd be in the clink.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure I would be facing some serious jail time doing anything that I do at Comic-Con or any of those others outside of there.
And that's what makes these conventions so appealing. I mean, really, it is just pure escapism.
You let your inner freak out just for like 2 or 3 days, and it sets you straight until the next convention. Granted, there's no bodies left behind, and there's no real carnage happening.
When Monday comes, you're a little tired, but you're still a free man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have yet to do jail time, and I have caused multiple people to wet themselves at a convention, and they still keep letting me leave without handcuffs.
One of the things I'm very excited about is if you're a Stephen King fan, the Christine car is going to be there. Now, Tony Jones and the Cretin 3 have a song called Christine, which is fully about this car, Christine, and it being a killer car. So hopefully I'll be able to get over to the car and get a picture taken with that. Now, speaking of cars, our own DJ Psycho Eddie got into Herbie the Love Bug a few years ago. And yes, Herbie the Love Bug does still exist.
Yeah, I got into him.
At the kind of calling of the owner of Herbie the Love Bug. He really wanted you in there.
Well,
he even offered it up for free.
You see, there was a trade. He has a son who is absolutely petrified of clowns. So we made a trade. He wanted me to shoot a video. He filmed it with his phone, basically to terrorize his son, to stop bothering his other son or whatever, just try to keep his son in line. And for doing a 1-minute video, he let me take in pretty much an unlimited amount of photos in Herbie the Love Bug. Not to mention, getting in and out of that thing was not pleasant. If it wasn't for the windows being open, I'm pretty sure you would have heard the sound as I was getting out.
That's why I stayed away. Now, as a promotional photo for Rhode Island Free Radio, I was thinking of a picture of, you in the front seat and me in the back seat, but I think we would have just blown that thing out and we'd be owing this guy,
it's
20 grand.
It's a Volkswagen. There's only so much weight those things can handle.
Let's head back to the local music now. If you can believe we're starting to run out of time, but I want to get to a few more tracks. We're going to hear from Malyssa BellaRosa up next for you. Here's Moving On right here on The Tony Jones Show.
Well, look
As a house with a lawn and a dog, married with 2 kids. But only if you're straight enough to take it. Leave us over a lot of nonsense over a wide picket fence. Make us fight over dollars and cents, laughing our resistance. I'm a paycheck away from bankruptcy and a one-bad day for being out on the street. Spend 25K on a master's degree, making $11 an hour doing that entry. Whoa! They said that the American dream was never really quite what it seemed. Raising a glass, it's to the death of the American dream. Designed over time to inflict debt and drag us down. Slavery with benefits and lots of stuff to watch on TV. I'm not my credit rating, my industry's creating. Let's see them running back into the sound of our awakening. I'm a paycheck away from bankruptcy and a one-bad day for being out on the street. Spend 25K on a master's degree, making $11 an hour doing data entry. It's to the death of the American dream. Never really quite what it seemed. Raising a glass, it's to the death of the American dream. We need a new dream. 'Cause I'm done sleeping. Quite what it seemed. Raise a glass to the death of the American dream.
It's not so costly, and we want you all to know 21st century extroversion isn't enough to sell your soul. We can't deny it. No one wants you to behave. 21st century mass perversion was voted up online today. So tonight we come 'cause girls love digital. Girls love digital. Girls love digital. Girls love digital. You know we're watching. We're the audience you like. Put a sexy pic on your profile. Show them all how you've gone wild. So tonight we come 'cause girls love digital. Girls love digital. Girls love digital. Girls love digital. It's okay, it's safe, man, do it anyway. All day, get his name and let those haters hate. Not your fault, there's a law, and we love you all. Keep score, get some more, take total control. They say it's not right for you to act this way online. But if the whole damn world is gonna try to curb girls and ladies shine, your most dangerous life. So tonight we come 'cause girls love digital. Girls love digital. Girls love digital. Girls love digital. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
coming out of a double shot of some Downcity Armory right here on the Tony Jones Show. Girls Love Digital, the name of that one. Before that, we heard Thompson's Beat, of course, some Downcity Armory there. And then last time we chatted, I brought you into a little Malyssa BellaRosa, Moving On, the name of that one. And with that, unfortunately, we are just about on a time. Be sure to go to facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. Hit me on Twitter at TonyJonesNRI, TonyJones.org, and RIFreeRadio.org. Don't forget to click on the contact page if you'd like to be in studio. Send us your MP3s, and of course, if you'd like to play live, as I mentioned, George Gorner and I have some dates coming up at Alchemy in Providence. So if you're in a local band and you'd like to hit the stage with us and, our regular group of fantastic local talent, be sure to drop us a line there. I am going to leave you now with a little live Juicehead right here on the Tony Jones Show. This is Lorraine. Thank you all for tuning in. Bye, everybody. Bye.